I just decided to stream Madden 19 tonight because, I mean, everything else on NBA got done. If y'all hear something in the background, that's just me eating. I'm sorry. And I also have bacon too.
This is Madden 19.
This gonna get fast. Oh, shoot.
Now they try the right side here.
Dang.
And he'll get this one up to the 26. These are his numbers from last week's contest. And Charles, how do you think he ran the football?
I thought he definitely had his moments. I did think that they could have utilized him a little bit better, and I'm definitely going to keep an eye on him to see how they're going to use him this week.
Oh, he's got a little daylight. Look at the spin.
Balance.
A great effort there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. First quarter touchdown run. Remember this coming on the heels of his NFC Offensive Player of the Week performance that was so great last week.
Did you feel the rumble all the way up here?
The big bodies up front.
Big bodies moving people, and him, of course, charging through those great holes that were created.
So off to a great start here. Maybe looking for award number 2, adding to the award that he won last week in the NFC. Now a handoff looking right. Spins away. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down.
And it is still early, just the first quarter. But you start prorating the numbers, and we might be in for some history. I mean, that last run puts him over 100 yards already, and we've still got 3 quarters to go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. And as a first-rounder, a lot of eyes on him, a lot of expectations.
And he has to play well in his rookie year. Those days of coddling guys and bringing them along slowly, those days are long gone. When you're drafted in the first round, they expect you to play right away. And the community's eyes and fan base, they'll be on you the entire way.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And on the ground they go with a running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The 13 yards that time at a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, not get loose, because maybe you can't just...
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. But they face a second and long to start things out. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Whoosh. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs. He had the big touchdown run on the first drive and more room to maneuver right there.
And the big guys up front, they're feeling chesty and strong, creating nice openings for him.
A first chance in the red zone for the Falcons now. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16.
Delay of game, offense.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. The clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
So he shifts past him. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They've made goal line offense a priority on the practice field this week. This is exactly the situation they've been. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great play there with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just...
Now they try the right side here. Dances by him. He finds an opening past the 40. And he's into the clear. 20. 10. Touchdown, Falcons. A big play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pre-downs, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping Those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Ryan. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they get 10 yards there and convert on third. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll run it here. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Now they try the right side here. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now they try the right side here. Spins by. And some space here. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Sometimes those lines that are drawn on a grease board or in a playbook, they come to life out on the field, don't they? And we just saw down that outside handoff to the right.
That right tackle, he gets excited for that call, doesn't he?
He does, because he just wants to dominate his guy and say, listen, I was the point of attack. I took care of business. That's why you're able to get downfield and add all those yards to your total.
Yeah, really nice gain there. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. The defender before the next wave could bring him down. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains. And with that carry, he has done it. He breaks the single-game rushing record.
How about doing it in the spotlight of our game? How wonderful is that to see all those yards accumulated, culminating in a brand new NFL record.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. And they'll go on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Partner, I think there's a lesson there. Some days you're just having a really tough time, and for the defense, today has been that day. But after that play, what do you learn? You can still make plays even when the other guy's having success against you.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
On 3rd down, Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guy.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. A good, sustained drive. Now they try the right side here. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's the Falcons. They've got the football. They've got the lead as we get set to start the fourth. The Falcons on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 7. Ryan. And that one drops incomplete. Now a handoff looking right. Skirts by him at the 35. And nothing but daylight ahead. Touchdown, Falcons. A great play there. 75 yards. And the Falcons will extend their lead. And he just tied the NFL record on that 5th rushing touchdown. He's the 6th man ever to do that in a single game.
And, partner, did you just say that he tied an NFL record there?
Yes, sir.
I mean, we're talking 5 touchdowns on the ground.
Now they try the right side here. And a nice spin into some open field. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A big play there. 75 yards. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Well, there it is. After number 5, we were wondering if we would see it, and he has broken the NFL record with his 6th touchdown in this game.
Let's face it, we can go ahead and lose our objectivity here, can't we? And just a point.
Get up!
Now a handoff looking right. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. So they come up on second down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Now they try the right side here. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30.
Defense.
Yeah, the Saints signal for another timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what'll be an important third down. Here's Ryan. And he's got Sanu. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us.
This is caught inside the 15. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Falcons will extend their lead. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors,
a big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
they will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll have another home date next week as the Cincinnati Bengals come to town. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Alright guys, I'll see y'all later.